Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name's Robert and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. So, haven't put a video out in a while. I've been getting some people commenting some questions, said, hey man, when's the next video coming out? We have been so busy here that I almost feel guilty of filming. And let me go into that real quick. This last week has not gone the way I wanted it to. As you can see, we are doing fencing. The plan was a good friend of mine called in a favor to his neighbor, who's a pretty big cattle farmer around here. And he's got a big international tractor with a shaver post hole pounder on the back. Basically, it's a pile driver. Anything 10 to 12 inches, it'll just sink it in the ground like butter. It takes 6 minutes per fence post. So we did the math and we thought, all right, we'll put one 12-hour day in, and that'll do our about 130, 140 fence posts. That didn't go so well. We set 4 posts. No matter where we did on the property, you go down 24 inches and we are right on top of bedrock. So I made some phone calls to some fence guys I know, some other farmers, and they said, hey, the only way to do that is actually how they just built a neighbor's pole barn. Get all the way down to bedrock with an auger, set the post, and concrete. So what was supposed to take one day, I've actually been working on for 4 days. So here's where I feel guilty. Everybody says it takes a village to raise a kid. Well, it takes a lot of friends and family to get a farm up and going. So my dad has been out here. My mom has been out here. My stepdad has been out here. Some friends have been out here just trying to get some stuff done. My mom and stepdad showed up today. My dad showed up, and we put in about 6 hours. So the grand total right now, I think we have 36 posts in the ground. I'm using larger posts for my H bracing and my corners and my gate posts. I'm doing H bracing. I'm doing it. I don't want to do this again in 20 years. Like I told my wife, I want to build this so well that when someone has to tear this down after I'm dead and gone, they're going to be cussing. That's how well I want this fence to go. But with my dad, my stepdad, my mom out here, I feel bad. People don't understand how much time it takes to record stuff, how long it takes to edit videos down. And I feel bad trying to move the camera around. So I hadn't even touched the tripod since last Friday. There will be an actual fencing video coming out where I'll have some footage of the 9960 trying to drive some of these posts. It drives them beautifully until the bottom hits bedrock. And that thing has so much force, it will just basically shatter the top of a 9-inch fence post. So what are you going to do? That's just kind of the hand that was dealt to us, and we're doing the best we can to figure it out. So like I said, family was here today. I have a lot of physical therapy appointments I still go to. Actually, another doctor's appointment got canceled today, which actually opened up some time to get out here and kind of get the family together. A big shout out to my mom, my dad, my stepdad. My parents have been divorced for 27 years now. And they get along because they know what's best for my brother and I, and now that we have kids. So I know we're very lucky to have a family that sticks together like that. And with everything that's been going on in my life, but kind of private, public, family's been there, and it means the world to me, and my wife and kiddo. Some of these posts, the other night, kiddo and I came out for about 3 hours, and to have a 6-year-old out here helping you set fence posts, I hope that's something she remembers for the rest of her life. I remember working on fence with my dad when I was a kid, but don't have full use of my right arm, so it takes a while. Luckily, a friend's letting me borrow his post hole digger that goes on the back of a tractor. We actually lost a day of work due to that. Had to go track down an auger, had to go track down a PTO shaft. That thing's an older unit. He's letting me use it for free. We don't mind investing $300-400 in it to get it going. The auger wasn't working that he had with it. So everything's on a national back order right now. So we literally wasted an 8-hour day running from one side of the county to find a PTO shaft that fit, and then run to the other side of the next county to find a 9-inch auger. 12-inch just wasn't working. But with Kiddo helping me, I can dig the holes with the tractor. She'd actually hold the post up. I'd put a level on it. She would straddle the hole, hold the post up, while I tried to, I'd put bags of concrete in the loader, go next to the hole, rip the bag open, try and pour it in with one arm to get most of the weight out of it, and then shake it out with both arms. It's a workout, guys. But we're doing the best we can. I'm not letting anything get me down anymore. That's just the way life goes. But we did get the two loafing sheds moved. We did get one of them framed out in the front. There's separate videos on that, but frankly, I haven't had the time to get the editing done. We have a trip planned this weekend. Well, actually, not really a trip. Our next 2 weekends are booked. I told my wife today I wish we could change some plans around so I could get some of this stuff done. And now we're playing against the weather. As you can see behind me, it's still a little wet. The last time it rained was 11 days ago, and it's still, some places here are still so wet I can't get the tractor into them. But that's the way it goes. You got to play the weather, and you got to do things when you can do them. So let me go show you what the fence posts look like. Let me go show you what the mini barns look like. And I actually have some big news coming in about a month. Something I didn't think was going to happen. Actually worked out right now. So it's good when things work out. But the main thing is I'm trying to get this middle section done. I'll explain that in a minute. Basically, we're going to have a middle run with 2 paddocks, one on the left and one on the right. And just trying to plan out everything. Like I said, I don't know what animals we're going to have in the future, and I don't want to keep redoing fencing. We were going to do 4 strands of electro braid, high tensile electric, the nylon rope. And then we actually went on a trip to the Amish, and my wife goes, man, I really like the look of that fence. So now we're doing high tensile woven wire, no electric, and all wood fence posts. So let's go take a look at this. Alrighty, so right now the tripod is set up between the 2 loafing sheds that were turned into miniature stables. And out behind me, you can see this is going to be our middle pen, or our alley, or our dry paddock, whatever you want to call it. This is not going to get planted with grass. There's going to be grass on the east side, and there's going to be grass on the west side. This is kind of the smallest. I wanted kind of an aisleway that the animals could hang out in the spring. In the winter, they can still get out. They're not tearing up all the expensive pasture grass for a number of reasons. With minis, you got to watch them being on pasture all the time. I don't want them to get too big. I don't want them to get unhealthy. And we're kind of far from the house for chickens to be coming out here, but welcome to my life. The wife just bought 11 more. Lucky me. No, hey, chickens make her happy, so we're all about it. But this goes out 160 feet. It's 30 feet across. This is just a dry area. We can throw hay out here. They can at least get out in the winter when the weather's bad. They're not tearing up the grass, like I said. Down here on the left side, halfway down, exactly halfway, there is a opening for a 12-foot gate. Same thing on this side, 12-foot swing gate. So we can control which pasture the horses go into, or cattle, whatever it may be. Or we can split cows in one pasture, horses in the other, flip-flop back and forth. But technically we'll have 3 pastures set up here. So kind of plan it in my head. I thought that would be the best way to work out. I know a lot of people just have one pasture, throw everything out. I kind of want to be a little bit more hands-on and be able to control what happens in each pasture. For this year, the animals are probably going to be here in the middle, just eating hay, because I should have had these pastures planted mid-April from what my co-op told me. But it's just been so wet. And like I said, we haven't had rain in 2 weeks, and I still can't get the tractor into certain spots here. So this is what I'm primarily focused on right now. If I can get this enclosed, this is a lot bigger pasture than a lot of people have. And this is just our middle alley. So I'm very, very thankful for that. We've put a ton of hard work into clearing this, guys. A year ago, this was nothing but thicket. Hours and hours and hours on the tractor with the grapple and the rotary cutter, clearing it out. Last year we planted it in buckwheat, turned around and planted it in brassicas, really kind of boosted the soil quality, and it's really good dirt. It's nice, rich dirt. Just the downside is 2 feet down, it's nothing but bedrock. But yeah, each pole's been concreted in. I went back through and top filled them, Still got to go back through and tamp them down, but they're not going anywhere, and you can see they're still high. Down at the far end, I was able to get down about 3 feet. These are 8-foot poles, so have to get somebody out here to help me, and we'll take the chainsaw across the top and make these all look nice, level, and pretty. If I'm going to put all this work and effort and money into doing this, I want it to look good too. All right, here's a view of the loafing shed that we finished out for the goats. As you can see, there's going to be a Dutch door there. I still have to get the top going. A big thank you to my friend Brock, who came out here. He's a carpenter. I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to build the door. He helped me skin the inside of these out. I had framed out the wall on the left myself, but moving the door around, just something I couldn't do, and he did a fantastic job. I'm not a professional carpenter, but I try my best. Over here on this side, we're probably going to skin the front on this, just like that side, so no weather can get in. This is just going to be hay storage, grain, stuff like that. As you can see, we don't have any power ran out here, so I've been using the generator when I have to. Another thing back over here on the top there, that's just kind of a temporary thing. I still wanted to get some light in there in case the weather's too bad where they can't get out. So each section is going to have 4 foot of a polyurethane window in there. So just trying to figure out how to do that. I'm going to actually go a different route and buy the flat plexiglass so I can tuck it up underneath the ribs on the top, and I think it'll look a lot better. Around me, I couldn't find the polyurethane, not polyurethane. I couldn't find those sheets, plastic clear sheets that actually lined up with the ridges on this pattern of metal. Maybe some other stores around me have them. I looked at 2 and they both carried the same one, so kind of struck out there. So let me move you over and we'll give you a view inside the one we did for the horses. All right, over here on the west side, this is the loafing shed that we purchased from Attica Lumber that we're finishing out for Kiddo's Miniatures. She has 2 geldings, Rascal and Roller. Pretty cool mini horses. The littler they are, that seems the more attitude they have, which I actually think is pretty funny. But each one of these has an internal dimension stall space of 9 by 9. We're probably going to finish off the fronts of these, and it'll be a nice little area for them. Don't mind all the concrete bags. We've been going through quite a bit. Been taking the dump trailer over to buy pallets of concrete. The concrete actually added about $4 per fence post, but what are you going to do? We're this far along. There's not much to do now, so can't really say no now. But here is the view to the north of us, and as you can see, we can put some cross ties up so she can still groom the boys, pick their feet and stuff like that until we get a bigger barn. So with lumber prices right now, I just don't know what's going to happen. We'd like to have a new barn, but you just never know. And I'd like to get one and not have to finance it. So we'll see what happens. Man, that's a pretty view, isn't it? And then as I stand here looking to the southwest, looks a little gloomy. I hope the rain holds off. I really got to get in here with the disc and the Harrogator, spike tooth drag basically. I gotta get these pastures worked up, and I gotta get this pasture seed planted. I'm so far behind, but that's what Mother Nature has thrown at us. And over the last 7 months, I've really learned that no matter what you do and no matter how hard you try, all you can really do is just roll with the punches, and that's what we're doing. Not letting it get us down. It's just the way life's going. I just saw my collars all jacked up, but we made it this far through the video. There's no sense fixing it now. But this is what we've been up to, and like I said, each one of these, I have other videos, footage done. I just haven't had time to sit down and edit it. We've really been trying, excuse me, to get this done because we pick up the goats next Wednesday. So we have a weekend booked already this weekend, some stuff going on. Next weekend we have some family stuff going on. So trying to find that balance of trying to get stuff done and still hold up to the obligations with the family. So we're making it work. We're finding a way, and that's all that matters. Big thank you to my friends that have been coming out here. You guys mean so much to me. A big thank you to my family and wife and kiddo. Amber and the kiddo have been absolutely fantastic. If the kiddo sees me struggling with something, she's always there to help. So I never thought I'd have to rely on a 6-year-old to do a fencing project, but once again, that's the hand I was dealt, and we're doing the best we can. One other thing, a lot of people liked the Diamond C stone haul video I did. I think we're up to like 75 tons right now, and you can imagine how many trips that is, because I can hold a little over 5 ton legally. Some guys overload the trailers. I can't see adding additional wear and tear on my truck and my trailer. So a lot of loads have been 5.5 ton, which I'm okay with that. But truck is actually in the body shop, and I'm excited to get it back. It came out of South Dakota. They use gravel instead of salt up there in the winter. So it was salt free, but it did have some stone chips on it. And I said, you know what? I plan on keeping this thing a long time. I love this truck. For being a basic farm truck, I said, just any little issue you see body wise, I want it to look perfect. That's what they're doing. The problem is, I've been driving my dad's 2019 F350 King Ranch 6.7 for the last week. Man, I love that truck. Don't tell my dad that, because I was telling my basic farm truck's way better than his. But it's like going down from a Mercedes to a Ford Pinto, getting my truck back. So I enjoy driving his truck. Dad, big thank you. Thanks for letting me drive your truck. And he drove it the other day. He stopped out here, had to run an errand. He got mad because the 3/4 fuel tank or fuel gauge, and I think that thing's got a 48 or 52 gallon fuel tank, and it was at 3/4, and I just hadn't made it to the gas station or fuel station, and he filled the truck up. So I didn't say a word to him about it. He likes to keep it full. That's cool. So after watching this video, he's gonna probably charge me 50 bucks for fuel. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for understanding that there's just a lot of stuff going on. I love making these videos. I love putting out content that you guys can relate to or that you enjoy watching. And I know that because of the awesome comments you guys give me, emails, Facebook comments. I really appreciate it. So if you guys have any questions or comments, pheasantlanefarm@gmail.com, Pheasant Lane Farm on the Facebook, or leave a comment below. I try and answer every single comment. I felt a little bad the other day. I was laying in bed in the morning after my alarm clock went up. I was just kind of scrolling through Facebook, and then I hit YouTube and saw there was a comment that was left a month ago and I didn't answer. And I was like, God, the one guy that leaves a comment that I don't answer, he's probably thinking, what the heck's going on? But we will keep you guys updated. I'm going to try and get these other videos out over the weekend or early next week. But I am ready for a shower. I'm tired. It's been a long day. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And everybody that watches this video that's been coming out here to help us, you guys mean the world to us. Take care. Be safe. God bless.